Buenas noches a todos. Welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We're back with Spain. And yeah, bit of an event last time. We unexpectedly, although very luckily, got a personal union over Austria. It's like we did before with Poland, and as last time with Austria, this time Prussia's decided to fight us for it. Unfortunately, Prussia's pretty formidable. So, going to be a little scary. On the plus side, we don't seem to have any allies. Portugal's joined in on our side. Austria's on our side anyway. So I think the first thing we really need to do is try to defeat their army. Any army that they have. So I don't necessarily want to fight them on one of their castles. What I'd most like to do is bring my two armies together. Try and make something as close to undefeatable as possible. I see Ansbach. It's Prussian. Okay, it looks like they're going for Poland. We've got... this isn't anything we can't handle. We just add in some money, that's fine. Can I claim money from them? How close are we to needing diplomatic power? 1724. Oh yeah, we can easily do that. It's fine. I suppose the clergy's got more influence, have they? No. Okay. Alright, so Prussia, by the look of it, is going to stomp on Poland first. Looks like Austria's pulling up an awful lot of armies, which is great. Oh, there we go. Right, okay, so that's quite positive. So basically I'm going to combine my two armies. I've said friendly armies can attach to me if necessary, if you want to, which would be great, that would make us bigger, and basically I'm going to try to go across and attack the Prussians. I'm just hoping I can get at them while they're still on a fort of some kind. Preferably... oh yeah, that's no good. There's a problem, we need to make sure we don't allow them to destroy all of our armies individually. So I suppose my question is, can I get my armies there? Okay, that's not great timing. I'm going to ignore that. Alright. We can. Right, I don't want to waste time taking this castle. I want to get straight into Poland. Hopefully find a Prussian army small enough for us to defeat. Yeah, you guys should be able to handle that. I'm basically not interested in taking territory. I'm only interested in defeating the Prussian armies. We have to try to reduce the numbers of their forces. Unfortunately, we're having to take the long way around. I'm not sure we're going to get there before the castle falls. This would be ideal, like if we could fight, so we'd be, what, 74,000 to 43,000 with a fort in our favour. It's just whether we can get there before it falls, which I'm not sure we can. Oh well, that's good, it looks like someone's actually defeated one of the Prussian armies. Okay, well that will definitely help. Yep, the fort has already fallen. Well, we don't really have very much, do we? Let's do production efficiency. For now, right, so do we have... are there any castles left, even? tell you what, unless this is a castle? There was a castle. Yeah, hang on. Right, I don't want to fight them without a castle, but if they're attacking our allies... No, apparently we were too far away. It's going to be an absolute pain, I can see this. Can we at least track down this army? No. What have we got? I don't care. Yeah, this is a great time to have an uprising because I honestly do not have the reason. Crying out loud. Okay, so basically they've managed to take castles all over Poland, so I'm now prevented from moving anywhere in Poland, which is preventing me from defeating them. Fortunately, it looks like Austria is managing to do a good job themselves. Can I please have a battle? No, they're too fast. So you can doubtless see that this is going really well. What worries me is that all my allies' armies are going to be destroyed by the Prussians before I get a chance to fight back. But at the same time, I don't really want to go all the way around again. I need to take some of these castles back, and I need to take them back fast. Right, there we go. That's what I wanted. So let's see if we can now actually join in a fight. No, not going all the way around. Just take this castle down. Yes, that's what we want. Right. Portugal, that's alright. Portugal is our ally. Increased our military tech, but I don't think we can risk changing our units, unfortunately, because we're about to head into a battle, and that will tank our morale. Right, this is going to be a really big one. We have a fort on our side, we've got the numbers, but I think we're still losing. Which is unfortunate. Oh, maybe not. No, we won. Okay. Right, so their morale is all down, so I'm going to replace our troops, which will take our morale down. But should also, actually that may make all the difference. Now remember, we don't actually need to defeat them. No, I don't need any cause. Now let's just pause because I think just concede defeat. Because we should get to keep Austria. Yeah, that's all we needed. Brilliant. Okay, so success. We now have Austria as a junior partner. So we should improve relations with Prussia as soon as we can, because I don't want them as an enemy and they might just decide to rival us or something. You never know. Okay, brilliant. So that wasn't quite as hard as I was worried it might be. It's just a reputation their armies have got, you see. Right, so we now have Naples, Austria and Poland in personal unions. Overtime, please. Okay, that should stand us in good stead against France, especially if we can somehow make it up with Prussia and get them as an ally. Get them to help us attack France. So who are their rivals now? Russia, Great Britain and the Papal State. So Bohemia is no longer an enemy, which is great. Papal State and Salzburg and Sweden. So we might be able to make peace with Bohemia as well. So yeah, if we improve relations with Prussia and Bohemia, let's see if we can have them both as allies. Because that would effectively give us, well, I mean, all of Europe on our side, which should allow us to take down France without too many problems. So I haven't really thought about how we're going to attack Great Britain, because they've managed to get the full British Isles. Apart from this little bit of a Shetland island here. It's going to make them quite difficult to attack without defeating the navy first. But maybe we'll be able to do that by then. In any case, that all looks pretty positive. Only got a very mild bout of war exhaustion. I've got some Austrian noble rebels coming at some point there. Rogerson separatists. Right, so we might have a bit of separatism to deal with Austria. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to Austria. Maybe we should improve relations with Alsace in case we need military access. Sounds like it looks like they give it us already, so. But yeah, that should allow us to get to Austria if they need any help putting down rebellions, which would be good. Okay, great. Looks like the Ottomans have taken down most of Venice now. We can annex Bohemia, so let's do that. Do still need to colonise these two provinces, but I don't feel in a huge hurry. Yep, all of these sort of things, I'm afraid I'm expecting the colonies to deal with themselves from now on. Storius. Portugal again. That's the second cardinal Portugal have lost us. It's somewhat frustrating. Never mind. Right, so we now have a colossal amount of money. How are we doing with the Enlightenment? Right, so we can't get it yet. It exists in Toledo. Gante and Den Haag. So we've certainly got it in those areas. Oh, we've got it in a few areas. All the places we had universities, basically. Okay, so we shouldn't be doing too badly, I would hope. Need to turn around and drop this army off and go and attack the separatists. So once again, our neighbours are kindly allowing their separatists to come into our area. I'll leave that be. Yes, I'm sure. Down and deal with it. Right, so we can actually embrace the Enlightenment already. I think I will do so. So we're paying massively over the odds because it hadn't really spread that far, but we've basically got enough money now that we can just afford to. So what it amounts to, selective breeding, we've gained some diplomatic power. Okay. Nationalism casus belli. Right, I think because we're into the age of revolutions, we're suddenly going to start getting a lot of additional casus bellis against various people. Which is good. Really, it should allow us to make some serious progress. Sorry, just noticed that I still have an army nearby. I guess I can actually help a bit with these uprisings. Yeah, so we're going to get about 50,000 alerts now telling us that we've gained the imperialism casus belli. And possibly some nationalism ones as well. Yeah, I think that is something we probably do need to deal with. Maybe it isn't. Okay. Let's try to deal with one thing at a time, shall we? Austria is quite powerful, they may be quite capable of taking them down themselves, but if they're not, we'll just get military access and then go do it. Okay, great. Yeah, I'd almost forgotten we were doing colonising while all this was going on as well. Okay, final colony. I assume you can't get there. You can't. Right, I'm going to need the Armada Pacifico to head up and pick you up from wherever they currently live. Here. Okay. I should keep an eye on this actually, seeing as the whole royal marriages thing has gone so well for us this game. Well, I'm going to say it's gone well for us, it's got us Poland and Austria. I'd consider that to be going pretty well. Oh, I'm getting the lights again, that's good. Quickly, before they rival us. We might be able to ally Bohemia too, which would be great. It's a decent size. Plus I think they've actually got a Habsburg that could possibly actually just claim throne and go in and take them. Once we've got a royal marriage. Not really inclined to though. So we've got one too many diplomatic relations now, but that isn't worrying me as much as it did, because we're able to get rather better advisors. I'm going to ask for military access from Alsace. I'm going to give them a great leader, and let's go and sort them out. Nope. Austria beat us to it. That's fine then. Royal marriage off from Bohemia, yes please. Very happy to do that. Okay, Prussia would like us to come to their aid in the war on Sweden. I will accept that. We have annexed Bohemia, which is good. Apparently Bohemia had no army whatsoever. Interesting. So what about this? Didn't start a war. Prussia started a war and dragged me into it. That's not the same thing. I'm just thinking this little country here is the only thing really standing between us and... Ooh, nice. And combining these two areas. imperialism, and they apparently don't have any allies who are willing to join in. They're at war anyway. Ooh, what's this? Abolition of slavery. Yep. Oh, I see. Yeah. So we, in effect, our provinces are having to learn to trade in something else. The ones that were trading in slaves, which is good. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can stretch a point and just take these lands from Dagbon. Give it a go. Yeah, no problem. Nope, I want your complete annexation, please. Very sorry, but... Okay, we've got a boundary dispute with somebody. Let's just pause because we're getting flooded. Boundary dispute. So we could gain a claim on Gabu, but Fulo gains a diplomatic insult. Okay. I'm actually quite keen to gain a claim there, I think. So yeah, we've done it. We have managed to... Oh, there's Gabu. Okay. Interesting. Bohemia is a new emperor. Oh, it plays such a scary sounding noise when that happens. Holy War. Okay. They're only on 13% after all, so that basically gives us increased manpower recovery while the war's going on. I don't know if it will also count towards this war on Fulo. See, we can actually do imperialism for our attack on them. So we don't necessarily need to fabricate a claim anymore, is what I'm thinking. So although we do have colonialism on them, we don't actually need it as such. What is this? Not my army. I remember having that army there. Oh, cool. Gain some naval tradition. It's not a bad thing. Actually thinking about it, these guys need to come over and pick up the army over here. So hopefully consolidating a bit over here. How are we doing? We're getting there. We're getting to the point where there's going to be no real way to progress other than attacking France. Is what it amounts to, I think. Oh, good grief. And separatists. More separatists. Yeah, honestly, you guys are really going to start dealing with these. I know I've got an army there, but I can't constantly be fighting your battles. Self-sustaining colony. Apparently that's been counted as part of Castilian Brazil for some reason, despite being right next to Spanish Peru. But hey, not complaining. Still kinda hoping you guys will do some colonising of your own. Treaty succession. Okay, so Bohemia is actually a possibility now. Although the ruler is only 15 years old, so probably unlikely. Not to worry. Not to worry. Okay, getting there. Definitely getting there. Right, can I please attack Fulo now? Oh good, took the separatists down. Seeing as apparently no one else was going to. It's just like, I've got a claim, even though I'll probably attack them with imperialism. They certainly didn't have any allies. Okay, what have we got? Settlements, a growing number of white people and colonies. So if I defend the settlement, they gain aggressiveness, and if I abandon it, oh right, forget that then. I'll defend it. Ooh. Harsh. Okay, right, so France have started colonising Brunei. Portugal have started colonising this island here, which I'm sorry to say I don't really know the identity of. Okay, I think I'm going to double down my efforts over here. So I'll actually leave that army there and split this one in two, because it should be enough to defend these colonies, I think. And I'll leave an army present here. Because hopefully France and Portugal will fight over this and the islands. And we can focus on consolidating a decent sized country here. We'll see. See how it goes. I think I should have a boat up here now, shouldn't I? Should be able to get you guys into this colony here. And it looks like we're out of, what is it, administrative power again, as in we've got too much. We're +3 stability, so we can't use it for that. So just going to put it into Toledo again. Must be quite ahead on admin power then, because we've yeah, quite ahead of everything looks like, except for diplomatic. Anyway, great. Let's, while that war's going on, let's attack Fulo. Might actually do imperialism. Seeing as we're doomed to be at war anyway, I'm assuming our junior partners, etc., are helping with the war. Yeah, I think so. I don't think they can really complain. We've got things going on up there. So I'll probably want people to recover before we go for France, including Prussia, because I'm definitely hoping Prussia will join in with the French offensive. Tomi separatists, and Sweden have accepted peace. That's fine. Move these guys straight over to that castle. Don't know what our best route would be actually, or if we'd maybe be better off going in through here. One thing we possibly should do. Alright, we could take Labour as part of nationalism. Oh, we can actually take him with imperialism. Okay, I could live with that. Allied with Bohemia, unfortunately. Still. Okay, so you've finished, so let's move along. Take as much of Papua as we can. Oh, this is France as well, right. Competing directly with the Ottomans. France haven't done badly for colonising this time. Annoyingly. Okay. Going to need to go after that army. First real chance we get, but we may as well finish this castle first. Suppose it's going to depend entirely on where they were headed. A little worried about war exhaustion actually. But yeah, if we take this army down first. Need to wait for a little padlock to appear. There we go. So now they're committed, so hopefully we will catch them. Take them down. Cool. I'm going to take the capital province. Have to see exactly how much. Ooh, Austria and Naples. True, we can never have too much manpower. Have to see how much land we can actually take. Still very pleased with this. We're definitely connected these African provinces together. I don't think there's any easy way to connect South African provinces. Oh, yep. Austrian noble rebels. Okay. Well, they don't look big enough to stop Austria from taking them down to me. So hopefully they will make short work of them. Why are you running away suddenly? Yeah, that's annoying. Come on, Austria, you could have easily taken them down. They've got no general. They're on your fort. Oh, there we go. Where am I looking? Africa. Okay, so we have this. You know what? I'm getting a bit fed up with the Ottomans and the French spying on us all the time. New Spain, leave it be. I'm going to send a spy to the Ottomans. I'm going to send a spy to the French. I'm going to try to improve our relations with Britain, improve with Prussia, and improve with Bohemia. I can't blame Fulo for spying on us, all things considered. not that keen to make peace, to be honest. It's unusual that you guys don't have any allies. This is a good opportunity to go for 100% war score. Especially now Castilian Brazil's arrived. Cool. No way abandoning the idea of naval supremacy. Okay, just splitting the army in two out of paranoia. I'm mildly annoyed that they're escaping to presumably start wreaking havoc in our lands, but it makes sense to take as many provinces down as we can first, before worrying too much about that. Now we've got other people coming to help, that's good. Oh, we're on 99% already. Okay, let's see what we can get. So suggested demands, they give us Gabu, and they renounce their claims. Right, I'm not interested in having claims renounced. They're not willing to become a vassal. Okay. I could get them to release like a ton of nations. Or to return, well, I don't really want them to return cores. Honestly, I'm more inclined to ask them to cede us some provinces. So let's have a look. What can we get? Well, let's take Gabu, because we had an actual, almost legitimate claim on Gabu. Kind of thinking, what else do we want? Quite like that. It could be worse, at least I've left you some sea. There we go. Much better. Okay, that was perhaps a little excessive, but we do keep having too much admin power, so what the heck, let's make use of it and make about 1 billion cores. I think I can expect some uprisings from this. Quite a lot of corruption as well. Plastic support will be next year. Cool. What have we got? Norway. Norway would actually be a really good option for a royal marriage, unfortunately, or at least they would be if I could find them on a map. Unfortunately, they don't have any real relationship with them, so I don't think they'd be keen. But also, they only seem to actually have Iceland now. Looks like Prussia's taken most of what I would consider to be Norway. Okay. We are painting the map yellow in a big way. Alright. Actually, I don't think we'll bother because we'll probably end up attacking them at some point anyway. No idea where these separatists are going to be rising up now. I'm starting to lose track. I'll just wait until they appear and then attack them. But yeah, I think we'd be better off having a bit of a rest. Though we don't have any war exhaustion. I'm just thinking about all the allies sort of recovering as well and consolidating. But we do need to start looking at attacking France as well, as soon as we feasibly can. think we're getting to the point where all the colonisation is in. At least over there. I'm probably going to start colonising these bits of Russia. Russia doesn't seem to have made huge amounts of inroads. Probably doesn't help having Prussia eating away at them. I don't see Siberia quite that big. Extremely infamous. Alright. Lost some stability randomly. Okay. Well, that's alright, I can cope with that. Might put it up again at some point. Oh yeah, certainly at the moment I'm not too worried. I'm expecting uprising, so I'm not going to move the army from down here until we've had at least one uprising from Fulo. Go. I'm not sure if that was that our spy being caught? No, our spy hasn't been caught. Okay, that's good. It's not a huge concern if they are. Oh, we've made the made that war galleon. Okay. That is fine. Almost makes me wonder if I should make some more castles. Assimilation, always appreciated. So we've probably had this before. This is the overextension dangerously high. It just means we've got a load of provinces we need to core, and we're going to have problems until we have. But there's nothing we can do. We're already in the process of coring them. So really it's just a case of keep the army handy, put down any rebellions that come up. Hopefully we'll get this place to a relatively peaceful state before too long, and then we can start heading towards finally doing this attack on France. Just maybe go there. 35? 22, 33, 34, yeah, 35's fine. Sunny Zealots. Oh, heck. Okay. That was unexpected. And they have wiped out my army down there. Okay, that could be a bit of a problem. It's certainly going to take over the province and kick out my missionaries, and I'm not sure I have an army powerful enough to stop them now. Whatever rains would it pause? Okay, better. Well, I can't do anything about that, so I don't really care. Kong separatists, where are you? Brunswickian separatists as well. Right, so let's start on the Kong separatists and check out the Brunswickian separatists, and then we've got the Sunny Zealots. Okay, here are the Brunswickian separatists. Forget it, I'll send the whole army. Alright, don't want to change the army makeup just yet. I do need to think about these zealots as well, and how easily I'm going to be able to come up with an army big enough to stop them. Also, how advanced is this colony now? Quite advanced. Right, I'm not going to do anything just yet because I want to get those colonists onto the Russian mainland first. Let's think about this first. a general who's potentially going to cost us military points and also possibly not be worth it. Yeah, still don't think as good as the existing ones. Okay, so how's Brunswick looking? Brunswick's looking done. That's good then. See, you guys think you're scary, but you've never dealt with the Dutch rebellions. Compared to the Netherlands, this is just easy. The problem is we're technically getting the separatists from every nation that Fulo had conquered. So it is getting a little busy down here. Still give it time once we've finished converting the provinces, coring the provinces, sorry. Here, no big issue there. Okay, this is starting to get a bit much. I'll be able to take them down because of the castle and the 2-star general, but after that I think I'm going to be able to take these guys on, which is a bit of a problem. I might just have to sit in my castle. Nothing else, at least it means we can improve the technology. Yes, so I'm told. Our nation is infamous twice. I'm not entirely happy about this sudden range of lose some stability. Okay, what do we have? Right, we have 4 choices. Frederician. So those would be Prussian. Redcoats, which are the British. The blue coats, which are the French. And the white coats, which are the Habsburgs. Well, I think blue coat is closest, because at least we're next to France, even though, you know, we're not big fans. Latin Dragoons, we can have the Carabiniers. Okay, Reformed Latin Hussars, that's more Polish and Hungarian. The Ulan Cavalry. I'll go for Carabiniers actually, it's not very clear which is more Spanish. So where I wonder was Jolof. Yeah, here we go. Right, okay, so this is interesting. I suppose the best place to have a colony would be here, because it gives access to the mainland. So I can just load you guys up. I can drop you off over there. I mean, it's a pain because I'd like to take these places too. So this area here as well, East Asia, is like Africa. The lands we take will be our own. It's not going to form a colonial nation. I'm quite interested in the other nations around here and seeing if we can make any headway on conquering them or annexing them. Either way, assimilation, always appreciated. Right, so let's put you down where this colony is going to be, because I need these ships elsewhere really. I've still got those zealots I need to fight. Okay, well, that's great, but I need to bring the boats down. Okay, so where are you? Here. Okay, so you're in a location where there is no more space for colonies. That's fantastic. So, that being the case, we could take Greenland. It's often not the favourite place for a colony, but you know, being kind of cold. And accommodation, that's also good. Another rebel uprising coming up. Well, I'm kind of used to them. Looks like we have recovered here. Let's take that one first. Never-ending wars. I'm not at war for a while. Okay, so apparently we're suffering in some way because of too many wars. Maybe that's what the whole "we're infamous" thing came from. I have to say, it's not something I've really seen before. I do miss ships. Oh, here you are. Move that down a little. Assuming you want to go there. Yeah, so then they will meet up. Benin have insulted us because apparently they have a death wish. Okay, let's take Gabu back and see if they are suicidal enough. Oh, our spy has been discovered in France, so we should do whatever we can. Right, we can't do much, but we can fabricate a claim. So I'm going to fabricate a claim on Narbonne here. Simply on the grounds it gives us more control over the Genoa trade node, which we do collect from trading. And also, we might eventually be able to move along here and link up with this land here. You never know. I suppose we'll find out. Might be a forlorn hope, especially since I'm mostly going to be concerned with taking colonies from them to start with, like I was with Portugal. Excellent vintage, that's good. Gain some more papal influence. I'm holding on to the papal influence for the stability benefit that you can get. Nope. I don't care what you do in Fulo. If they don't want to stop you, that's up to them. I'm not wandering around my country anymore. Okay, so we just dealt with one and now another one's appeared. So we have a self-sustaining economy and we've got some animist zealots. Great. Okay, so we'll start the next colony. I need to give you a good general. And I also need to start making some more troops, I think. Because we're clearly going to need a bigger army in this part of the world. Okay, I hadn't realised they were closer, which is a bit unfortunate. I think we're still close enough to deal with them. Good, good. Right. What have we got? Religious tensions. Take your chances or do what you can. I will do what I can. Thank you. Don't want religious tensions if we can possibly avoid them. Right. So how are we doing over here? These have an army of 21. How are we doing? We no longer have a land force limit modifier, so how are we doing for our troops? Right, we can have way more troops than we have. So let me just start building lots of troops. Leave it be, and minor inconvenience. I don't think that's a minor inconvenience. Neighbours think we have a spawn of the devil. Okay, great. I can only think this must be an aggressive expansion thing. I mean, certainly in Africa we did take a lot of land from Fulo. So I suppose it's no huge surprise if people are extremely alarmed. It might even be down to the overextension actually. Hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that is going to cause problems. So hopefully that's about to suddenly get better because we're nearly finished coring a whole bunch of provinces. So maybe that will make all the difference. Obviously harmed our religious unity, so we're going to have to go to town with the missionaries. But on the plus side, we're still Defender of the Faith, which should give us an advantage of that. I'm guessing you're finished now, so that's good. We can move on to Fact. Cool. While we try and put together an army big enough to challenge these zealots. Oh, the Ottomans are spying, so are we. What can we do? We can sabotage their reputation. We can't yet sow discontent, though, which would be nice. We'll be able to do that soon, so we should try that. But yeah, we no longer have massive overextension, so that should help a bit. It's got 4 more provinces to finish coring, so hopefully that will mean we've survived our little run-in with Fulo. We might get a chance to actually move into position to attack France. Advisor. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be back on the land force limit modifier, which is going to make it impossible to tell at what point we go over the limit in terms of troops. Hey, what can you do? Right, let's deposit these guys in Greenland. As our next move. Lucky there hasn't been an uprising there yet. Oh, drat. I think our... There we go. There goes the uprising. I think our diplomat's been caught in the Ottomans. Yep. So I'm going to sabotage reputation. It's the best thing we can actually do. And then I'll stop building a spy network. Should make their lives marginally harder at least. Right. Finland. They were there for a second and then they suddenly vanished. to this is Prussia, whom I will improve relations with again, along with Bohemia. Poland, Austria, Naples. Not to worry. Okay, right. I should probably finish there. I've gone quite a bit over. I suppose I was just trying to put down all the uprisings, but I'm not doing badly for that now. Still got those zealots to worry about over here, but other than that, not too bad. Actually, that's probably a sufficient army to do it. Okay. One last action, I guess. Unfortunately, we've only got 15 transports. Well, that's not much use then, is it? Might still be a big enough army, to be fair. Let's give it a try. If not, we will have more transports to the next time we try it. Right, so we can connect those together, put as many as we can on the ship, which will be 15. Take it over there. That should leave us with enough of an army to defend our colonies. Up. You can head off to defend the colonies. Shall just see if it's sufficient to put down this rebellion. I do find it reasonably important to maintain like an army in areas where you own the colonies. So mostly here, to some extent in Russia, when you start colonising them, they're usually the last to get colonised, assuming Russia hasn't beaten you to it. And in Africa. Is shaken. Right, deny it fervently because our legitimacy is higher. Send the ships back over here. Actually, maybe send it there again. And then for the last move in this game, as I was saying, right, let's pause this one. Access from Frankfurt. Yeah, that's great. That's great. A Bohemian Ottoman imperialist war. So they have attacked the Ottomans. They have attacked the Ottomans. Okay, so apparently Bohemia has taken leave of its senses, and I'm basically going to tell them to get lost. I'm not ready to fight the Ottomans. I'm certainly not ready to fight the Ottomans when you've just randomly decided to attack them, apparently on the assumption that I'm going to bail you out. Because I don't believe for a second you think you can take them on their own. So now I think you can just get wiped out by them and serve you right. Ridiculous. Plus you're an ally of France, so you're probably not going to be much use in an ally anyway. Sorry to have lost the prestige because of it. Never mind. So if nothing else, we can sit and watch the Bohemians get completely destroyed. Which is a shame, but they are rather asking for it. Right, brilliant. Need to stop there, most definitely. totally sure. I suspect some of these will be in Africa, so it's probably worth keeping the army in Africa for now. Plus, we've only just got past everyone thinking it was scum, so not too keen. Oh, we've got the top level castle. Okay. Well, in that case, let us upgrade all the castles we can find. Especially any that happen to be near France. So we can hopefully rely on our fortifications when we need them. I think that's it. Okay, excellent. And we've still got a +2 diplomatic advisor because he's got a good bonus and he's cheap. We don't need him. Got enough for +3s all round, so that's good. So yeah, there's France's. I hope that's a main army. Probably isn't though. So yeah, we just need to calm things down and gear up towards attacking France. And I shall leave it there, and I will see you next time.